What is up, and welcome back to a brand new video. Last time we left off, we were just finishing up our war with France, and we met two more civs who are inevitably about to denounce me because of the grievances I have caused France. But as for right now, she does have spearmen and a lot of, well, one archer, but decide to pillage a farm tile with my horseman unit, and we go next turn. It's a very nice city, 8 population, and yep, here come the denouncements. I expect Spain to do the same exact thing, and still have that quadrireme to worry about. I'm going to end up building a few boats to take care of that, and I decide to take out the city of Bordeaux and then make peace with her. That loyalty was impossible to manage, even if I put a governor in there, so I ended up just burning it to the ground. It would have been a nice city, though. Ended up getting some luxuries and great work. She only wanted to trade one, so ended up getting 10 gold out of it too, so yay. Got a nice little envoy, and suzerainity's not looking too bad so far. Decided to build another settler in Mainz, and right now everything was looking good except for the denouncements, obviously. And Cyrus, yep, I'll trade with you even though it's going to be a terrible deal. And France still isn't doing that bad. She was kind of snowballing ahead because of her culture and military strength, but as of right now, I've knocked her down a few pegs, which is what you want to do when an AI starts snowballing ahead. Decided to rebuild the city of Hamburg with the next settler, which is great considering somebody burned that city to the ground. 13 gold for some wine, why not? And I just decided to leave those units that took that city-state in Zigmavaru, just left them there. And yeah, this is when I realized, okay, they stole my settler. They are going to burn my boat. This is when I got pissed off, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to build a couple boats now. So far, this game's not looking too bad, though. Science, I'm second in the game so far, behind the Aztecs. I'm making decent amount of gold. Could be more, obviously, but I've really been focusing on defense over district management. We almost have the Petra, which is absolutely perfect. And yeah, I'm building an archer and a trireme in these two cities to deal with the boats. Thank God there isn't a melee boat, or I'd have another city burned to the ground. Got Suzerainty of Nan Mandol, gave me some sweet, sweet vision, and their Suzerain bonus, which boosted my culture by a lot. I think this made up the bulk of my culture for most of the game. So that also means I had to keep Nan Mandol as an ally for most of the game, at least until I could win. There is the Petra, and now the sheep tiles and the desert tiles I have around that city are going to be insane. Just building up the empire at this point, building some more settlers, trying to get all my cities out. It is turn 110, and I think I have about 9 or 10 cities, which is obviously the goal you're trying to go for, 10 cities by turn 100. Yeah, I'm just building up these cities. There's some nice production centers outside of my capital, which is really nice, considering my capital isn't the best production-wise. It's not too bad anymore, but it's not the best. Finally about to get a trireme out to help take out the barbarians, suzerainty of Auckland, and I'm trying to find the Aztecs so far, or Spanish, or whoever's up towards the north. Maybe it's just a few mountains, who knows? Yeah, I ended up not being able to settle that city in between Frankfurt and Inzigmavaru because the city of Hamburg was too close to it. Finally, I could deal with the barbarians attacking my cities. Decided to build another boat because these barbarians piss me off so much. Put Pingala in Aachen and put the other governor in Insigmavaru. I ended up having to put him in another one of my cities to help deal with loyalty from France. I couldn't end up building that city spot there, which means there was another city towards my north, either another city-state or, more likely, the Aztecs, or less likely, Philip and Persia. As you can see from Persia's score, they are not doing so well at all, which leads me to believe that they are getting their ass kicked by somebody on the other continent. Can't be Spain or the Aztecs because they're not far ahead enough. Got my first great scientist of the game, got a nice boost to cartography, and we nearly have education right now, which is great. Found a very nice campus spot and nice commercial hub spot, two of them in fact, and I decided to put a theater square there, but I didn't end up doing it. I put an harbor over towards the northwest, and everything was turning up golden right now. Persia doesn't hate me too much anymore, even though they've denounced me. Right now, the goal is I have most of my cities up. I'm trying to get the last few cities up before just spam building districts. When I have my districts out, especially as Germany's ability, you can build one more district than the population allows. So usually it's like you need 7 population to build 3 districts, and these barbarians, they killed my archer. I decided to build about 3 or 4 boats to completely exterminate them from the planet, like the barbarians they are. Obviously, Eleanor's going to denounce me. She hates my guts right now. And I finally got the city of Magdeburg, replacing the city of Hamburg, which kind of sucks. I like the name Hamburg. Decided to heal up my boat before finding out where those pesky barbarians are coming from. And I ended up getting education reasonably early, turn 116. It's not too bad of a time to get education. Ended up getting 2 more boats. And feudalism, which is perfect. Serfdom is a really, really great policy card. Plus 2 charges, that's almost like building 2 builders for the price of 1. Mercenaries is also a great, great policy, giving me some decent policy cards for the military and a nice envoy. And right now, decided not to build the pyramids because I didn't need to, and a campus location would have been much, much better at this point in the game. Decided to build it over there beside Auckland instead of up there. That's a really nice sheep tile they just built in that city. And over here, I just decided to build a builder to repair my luxuries. As you can see, sea tiles are giving me about 2 food, 2 production, 1 gold. Thank you, Auckland, for that sweet bonus. And right now, we're just chilling at this point. Nothing's really going on. We're just building up the empire. I think the thing with this game, the best thing is, we had a lot of really good production cities outside of our capital. Like your capital, especially as Germany, it's going to be productive either way. It has the palace inside of it. It's going to be usually one of your biggest cities. But the fact that, for example, the Petra city we had, that's a great production city. The city-state we took, that's a really great production city. The city towards the southeast, Berlin, that's another really good production city. So that production really helped us churn out spaceship parts as fast as possible. One of the problems I had this game was I decided to go to war early without taking any cities. So I ended up building a lot of units, which at the end of the day really didn't benefit me. I ended up taking 1 city, but usually when you want to spam build units, you want to take 2, 3, completely wipe out a civilization, which I wasn't able to do because of France's loyalty pressure. Eleanor is really tough to deal with in that regard. In this time, I could have used to build campuses, start getting science around, but there was also the fact that there were no mountains or rainforests nearby to give me nice adjacency boosts. So what ended up happening is I had a lot of subpar campuses early on, which meant my science wasn't as high as I would have liked it to be. Like right now, it's about 41 science. At this point, you should be making about 90 or 100 science. Especially, look at the Aztecs. They're the AI and they're making 90 science. But as we all know, the AI is absolutely stupid, so it really doesn't matter when you build these campuses or whatever. They're not going to build campuses. They're not going to worry about science. They are going to worry about units and spamming out walls and useless buildings that they do not need. Right now we found the Aztecs to the northwest, Texcoco, and there were a lot more boats than I thought there would be. So I actually end up retreating over here And really, I can't do anything against these boats. Quadriremes are, like I said, range units are supreme in this game. So I ended up waiting for caravels and just started one-shotting those quadriremes. I ended up building a pretty big navy this game, which is pretty impressive. And again, if this was a Pangea map, I wouldn't worry about navy at all, which means I would get science buildings a lot sooner. So this was kind of a subpar game in that regard. For a straight science victory, I guess. I think I ended up winning on turn 280, or I ended up losing on turn 280. You guys are going to have to find out. But definitely could have been earlier if, one, I didn't have to worry about those useless texts towards the top of the tech tree about boats and shit. Decided to end up switching the aqueduct and the commercial hub. And right here, a very nice Hansa location. Nice settler out there. And settled my second to last city, I think it was. One of my last cities. I think I only had 2 left after this one. 3 settlers being built, though. We'll see, we'll see. So right now, we just want to get best Hansa adjacency bonuses. If you get that double industrial zone card, I think Hansa's could end up being like plus 14, plus 32 adjacency, which is really, really strong, especially considering you're playing, one of the best production civs in the game. And the best thing about Germany is you don't have to worry about units after a certain time. Somebody declares war on you later in the game, within 5 turns you just double your military strength. That is how nice production-wise Germany is. But as for right now, there's Wilhelma. As for right now, we are just trying to build as many districts as we can. We're trying to build the best districts that we can, because inevitably that will help us achieve our goal of winning the game. Moving my boats down, trying to find those pesky, pesky barbarians. Can't find them. Go next turn. We're just getting our last few settlers out, and Persia's demanding, despite the fact they have 78 military strength and absolutely no yields to speak of. Good job, Persia. Oh my god. I think I decided to build an aqueduct, actually. Yeah. Decided to build a dam over there, which helped me get a very nice Hansa city in Ulm. And yeah, dams are especially helpful because they help mitigate flooding. I know there was 2 1,000-year floods that were helped to mitigate because of the dams I had that could have been really destructive, especially for my capital, but they weren't. Spain has 700 military strength. They can demand whatever they want and not come off as foolish. There is Wilhelma. I still have about 300 grievances towards Eleanor, which is bad, but it'll end up going down. And that is a lot of boats. I think I ended up losing one of my units, yeah. Probably should have backed up, but I thought that unit would live, and a nice +5 adjacency Hansa. That is perfect. Especially for the city of Dortmund. Here in Mainz, I'm just trying to fill out all my districts, trying to delete all these pins as best as I can. I got some really nice science by getting the 3 envoys into Bologna, +2 science for every library. And I'm not giving you my luxury for 1 gold. Why would I do
Mein Führer, Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
that? So yeah, I decided to go for cartography to get caravels. Decided to help out Montezuma to get that nice diplomatic victory point, even though I wasn't going to help him at all. And I did end up losing a boat, which sucks, so I decided to just wait till caravels. Upgrade 2 caravels, and start destroying the rest of the navy of the barbarians. Almost died, but we got a nice promotion out of it, plus 7 combat strength to Navy units. Decided to build a nice aqueduct over there, even though a dam probably... Well, no, we already... No, I'm building the dam right now. Yes, I already built the aqueduct. Another nice envoy into Bologna, and building lots of mines around the capital. Mines late game are production powerhouses, so Aachen late game is going to be a production powerhouse, especially if I get Ruhr Valley in it. Got cartography. I think I'm building a dam over there. Yes, I am. Decided to build a commercial hub from Frankfurt over there. And the dam allows me +2 production to all my Hanses around it. I think this is one of the last settlers I'm going to build. Yes. Yes, it is. I think I moved this settler towards the west because I can't settle that city because it's too close to Magdeburg. Took me a while to realize. Don't worry, guys, I'm slow. But I ended up figuring out I couldn't settle that city. And there is a nice island to the west of me. So that extra settler I built is not going to go to waste. But it's obviously barbarian-infested water, so I had to be careful because of it. Don't want to lose another unit. And yeah, next turn. Catherine likes my treasury filling up, even though I have 37 gold total. Oh my god, that's the equivalent of a poor person looking at a $10 bill like, whoa. It's fine, I've been that poor person before, I can make that joke. I decided to build the city up there. It's going to have terrible, terrible housing. But I also got that policy card that gives me housing and amenities from governors, which I put Magnus in that city and it ended up with 4 housing before building the aqueduct, which is pretty good. So we're settling our last few cities. By about turn 140, we're going to have the last one settled. And over here, I wanted to build the Colossus, but I figured the lighthouse would be a better investment. I might lose the Colossus, obviously. Over here, I couldn't figure out what to do with that last builder charge. So I decided to just build a farm for more housing, I guess. Finally caught up to the Aztec in science. That was a glitch. And just chilling right now. They're going to get the next great scientist, but we're going to get the one after that. And I pretty much have a monopoly on great engineers right now. The Hanses are too good. For that builder, yeah, just build a farm, nice housing. Take out one of their quadriremes. And we're going to be able to upgrade to caravels as soon as we have the money, and then we can start exploring the world and finding the last 2 cities. Persia's military score is still going down, which means they're probably at war. And with a military score that low, they're probably getting their asses handed to them. I think I decided to go for Merchant Republic right now. It's a really good plus 10% gold. Something to do with governors, it's really good. Built a dam over there, which is going to give my commercial hubs, I think, some nice adjacencies. And the Hansa that I built in that city. I have 1 builder charge left. I decided to clear that march, get a nice population boost in one of my cities, go next turn. And there's that settler trying to make his way north, but they're not letting him. I actually get frigates out soon, but I need niter for frigates, so we go for niter, I think, right after we get square rigging. I don't know, we'll have to see. A nice harbor building finally in this city. Repair the whales. And I think I end up building Venetian Arsenal in one of my cities, which ends up allowing me to get a pretty big navy. Right here, what am I trying? I'm trying to find luxuries. Yes, because I have a massive amenity problem. I end up giving them a lot of diplomatic favor instead of 27 gold per turn, which the AI values highly for some reason. And yep, there goes Persia. Rest in peace. Who could be strong enough to take out Persia this early in the game? It must have been Macedon, or Gilgamesh, or someone strong and powerful like that. But anyways, I get the Wales resource back up. I'm about to get a second one to trade away to the AI. And at this point, I think I've done with the quadrireme problem. I've killed about 3 of the 5 boats. Well, there are the rest of the boats, and there's probably the last quadrireme you'll see. I think oligarchy would not have been a bad option this game. Would have given my units much better strength against. It would have given my trireme strength, and it would have given my units toward the northeast against France some nice strength boosts. But I didn't end up really needing it, so it was like, what are you gonna do? It's not that good. And there is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future Civ 6 content, and I will see you guys in the next video.